So if I could circle back to George Lucas for a minute,
Yes.
I have some ideas for George Lucas games that I feel like would be better than Indiana Jones.
Lucasfilm games.
So you just take whatever George Lucas does and turn it into a game.
Yes.
Ready for this? 1986's Howard the Duck live action game. You're a
Wait,
fun, wisecracking duck.
George
Go ahead.
Lucas did that?
Yes.
That's
It
also
was
a
poorly
Marvel.
received.
That's
It
also
is a
Marvel.
Marvel property. Yep. And that's why you saw the cameo in Guardians 2. It was a comic. He's a wisecracking duck, pretty much a ripoff of Donald,
Okay.
except he smokes, drinks, and gets with the ladies.
Smokes, drinks, and gets with the
But
ladies.
they turned it into a kids movie, so he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be a fun game. You're a duck. Everyone loves animals. You're technically a superhero. Uh-oh, Marco's got a hard on for this idea.
Yeah, I do.
And
Heart on or a hard on?
that was the joke, Marco. That was the joke. Sure, we clip that one. Classic Marco. What about Labyrinth? A live-action puppet game where you run around the labyrinth and hang out with David Bowie? Sign me up.
He's dead.
No one ever said yes to that. People are sad. He's a hero.
Is
It's
he?
just for one day.
He made music.
That touched millions.
I make music, and I'm not awarded for it.
Marco, I don't think you've ever made music ever.
I do. I'm not going to sing it on here.
You ready for this third and final George Lucas idea?
TX1138. THX1138.
No, what's that about?
I don't know. I think that's his first movie.
Oh, okay. Pass. Ewoks, Battle of Endor. We've seen what the Jedis can do. Now, the Ewoks, in order to defend your home, Piplup, the leader of the Ewoks, is set to defend a home.
That's what it is. It's just one of those defense games, defend your base games, and it's just based all around Ewoks.
Just one Ewok.
Oh, just one Ewok.
And you're not even the leader. You're like an infantryman that has to run around and get the stuffing kicked out of this little teddy bear. But Marco, the final scene is you dropping a log and hitting an at. You're welcome, George Lucas. I just saved your video game company.
What else is actually like under Lucasfilms?
Lucasfilms or George Lucas games?
Lucasfilm.
Because I just chose.
Like, what other franchises do they have? American Graffiti is a part of them. Star Wars. Twice Upon a Time. What is that?
The thing I run into a lot when you look up like George Lucas movies is you gotta be careful because they put producer. So if he produced a movie, his name's connected to it.
Yeah. Huh.
So if you can think of any better George Lucas games, go ahead and hit us up on our email.
Honestly, you know what this is? This is just a way for them to get Indiana Jones and Star Wars games made by a bunch of different developers. That's all it is. I think EA has so much other stuff going on. They have their Battlefield games, they have their sports games between FIFA and stuff. They have these Medal of Honor games, they have a bunch of games. I think they have a bunch of different shooter games. I think they have the Titanfall games. They have
Sorry, Marco, what's your point?
I just think like there was too much stuff for them to do. And all the people that were working on Battlefront 2 stop supporting Battlefront 2 as a game to go make the new Battlefield game that's coming out within the next year, Battlefield 6.
I mean, I'm all for new games, and honestly, I like the source material. I'll give it a shot when the price comes down. I already know it's going to be too much.
But can we talk about something right now? I'm happy they're working with Bethesda. because Bethesda makes really good RPGs, and you know what the last Star Wars RPG was? KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. And I hope this means that they are willing to work with them in the future, and I'm hoping we get a Knights of the Old Republic game. That's all I want. Just pump it into my blood.
Do it up.
I would love that.
If anybody's wondering what Joe thinks about this Indiana Jones game, he said, and I quote, "Well, I'm in."
Yeah.
That's close enough to a recommendation I've ever heard.
I know. He is very picky about what games and TV shows he watches.